Welcome, 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 welcome.
Welcome back.
Hey, I'm your host. Hey, we here. We meet you in the trenches.
Meet you in the trenches, baby.
I'm your host, Dante Jones,
And
Coach Tay.
Yep, and your co-host, Coach Said.
And hey, Said, we on show 10.
10?
10. That fast.
Wow, I feel like we just got started. Like it's show 3.
Yeah. Hey, we love it though. We love it. Hey, follow us. Like, share, subscribe on our platforms. YouTube, Facebook, IG, and now we on TikTok.
TikTok?
TikTok. TikTok, TikTok, TikTok.
I better not say that too loud. I might get leaned on by tone. Like, what do you mean you don't know we on TikTok?
Oh, you in trouble.
What's wrong with you, Sad?
Hey, listen. Hey, been an eventful week, man. We got to address something, man. A situation, man. That bridge, that key
man.
bridge.
Oh man.
Man, listen. Hey, prayers out to the families that are lost during that fatal time.
Yep. Condolences.
But, we also got to shout out the first responders and even the captain of the ship. You know what I mean? The captain of the ship, for him making that phone call and them first responders moving as quickly as they did, it probably saved, instead of probably 6 lost lives, it could have been easily 60.
Yes.
Quickly, so.
Yes.
That's
and I found out that the guys that was on the boat, they were still on the boat.
Yeah.
Like, they couldn't leave the boat.
Yeah.
I was like, golly.
Yeah, because like I said, the first time my wife woke me up and said something about it. The first video I watched, you see cars just zooming, and then you ain't see them no more when the boat hit. And I'm like, yo, something happened. You know what I mean? But then you find out the story of the officers, and they stop it. And I'm listening to the officers saying, look, once the next car get here, I'm going to go warn the workers, but they didn't have a chance to, So, blessings on that, man. Blessings on that.
But they said they had like 60 cars behind them.
Yeah.
On like each side.
Yeah.
So, it could have been
worse.
Yeah.
Way worse. Worse.
Yeah.
I mean, I hear different things. You look at social media, everybody trying to make everything a conspiracy on things, but I look at it like this. I don't know what kind of conspiracy person would warn people of something about to happen. That don't make sense. We can't make everything something more than what it really is.
Yeah.
So
man.
I mean, like I say, I'm not going along with that motto of things will happen. I just see that it was an accident that happened.
Mm-hmm.
And people did the best. That captain did a great job of warning people as soon as he did.
Yep.
Lives saved.
Yeah. And
let's
then,
spin it.
It's just one of those tragic things, man. Just stuff like that. Just it happens. Stuff man-made.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's time. I mean, it's time for that things that happen on that bridge. And it's just it's sad that a misfortune like this had to happen. But and shout out to the mayor, man, and how he handled that situation, man. People are always trying to make the narrative more important than the people.
Right.
You worry about the bridge, and this man still has people in the water. Man. Who cares about that bridge being built? We trying to save lives right now,
Right.
But people always want to try to push your buttons to move their own little narrative and shake you. And he handled that very well.
Yeah, because one of the first questions asked was, well, when we gonna open the channel back up?
Okay,
what do you mean? Like, we just got 6 people in the water. Let's get them out of there.
Yeah, like
That's
I said,
crazy.
Yeah, people stepped up. The mayor, the governor. It was some great things that happened in that situation. And you see people true character when things go bad. You see how people step up to the plate. That's when you can measure a person, not just a man, a person, on who they really are.
Yeah, man. Them first responders, man. Shout out to them, man.
Yeah, they did a great job.
Yeah.
They did a great job.
Yeah.
Great job. Hey, we're gonna change a little bit. We got some games. We got some big games. I'm gonna tell you this. The women's game in college has taken off. I'm gonna be I don't know about everybody else, but I watch more women's in March Madness than I watch the men.
Well, from a coach's standpoint, and even though I'm not a basketball coach, and I'm a coach football, but fundamentals, man.
Oh, it's ridiculous.
The fundamentals,
it's ridiculous.
like it's not showtime all the time. You kind of actually see the play within the play, like, dang. But
the back doors, the cuts, the pick and roll, you see all of it,
And they look like Well, they look like girls. I mean, I guess they allow them to kind of look more feminine. You know what I mean? And I hope I'm not being disrespectful, but they just look more feminine.
Oh yeah, but they balling. They definitely balling, man. We got some good games. We got LSU in Iowa. The rematch. Caitlin and Angel. Like I said, I hate the narrative that they try to make them put them against each other when really they just two fierce competitors. That both of them talk smack, both of them play hard, both of them play the game the right way. But the problem is when you always want to make somebody a villain and then somebody pure. They just two hoopers. You know what I mean? And I watched the interview. She flat out said, "Look, I don't hate her. She don't hate me. We just between them lines, we're gonna talk our talk. We're gonna grind. We're gonna go." I love it.
Yeah,
I love it. That thing fierce.
They say that. I heard a couple people say that Reese is a little bit undisciplined. They don't really like the antics. So I guess it kind of maybe vilifies herself a little bit.
Yeah, but that people gonna always make that narrative. You go back to some NBA and even back in college with Magic and Bird. The white and black two ballers. Fierce competitors. I mean, I heard a story about when Larry Bird's mom wanted Magic to come over for lunch. And Magic went, and then Larry Bird's mom told Magic that he was her favorite player.
Oh wow!
So that was serious. That was serious, man. And in the other game, we got UConn and USC.
Juju, man.
Juju is special. She is special. She is a baller.
How tall is she?
She's 6'2". Then you got the page from UConn. You know what I mean? Like I say, this is some exciting time. Not to forget about USC. We know they won yesterday. They in the Final Four. We just so what's your picks? Let's look at LSU. What's your picks in the LSU game?
I think LSU they just have a little too much.
Okay, I take that.
They
hometown
athleticism. They just have a little too much. I mean, if they can. I mean, Caitlin gonna get hers.
She gonna get hers,
but.
They got to stop everybody else.
Stop everybody else.
They can say Caitlin going. I mean, but she averaging 31.
Right.
But what about this though?
But hold on, how many referees is it?
I don't know.
On the court.
I don't know.
So you got 5. Let's say it's 9. Let's just hope it's not 5 against 9.
Yeah. But did you hear that Ice Cube offered her $5 million to come play?
I heard that.
In a 3-on-3 over. I guess it's like. I don't know. It ain't much that they're gonna make in girls basketball.
Yeah, I heard that.
But that's tough.
That's crazy.
How you turn down $5 million?
Yeah, that's crazy.
And it ain't that many games. That's $5 million. So that's interesting, man. That's interesting. So let's go. UConn, USC.
Haven't really seen too much of UConn, but Juju, man.
That's all you got to say. It. Juju.
Yeah, just
Juju.
Yeah,
Juju.
man. I seen her like 2 or 3 times. And
yeah, she's special.
She's unbelievable,
She's
man.
special. Like she has a chance to rewrite all record books.
I mean, like a big guard.
She averaged 27 as a freshman.
Athletic. Yeah,
she averaged 27 as a freshman.
Yeah, that's unbelievable.
That's good numbers. Yeah. Hey, I'm gonna go to my Black History fact for the day. I'm gonna go with my guy, my mentor. Something a lot of people don't know. Coach Pete Pompey was the only coach to take a football and a basketball team to the semifinals and beyond. In 1999, they went to the semifinal for basketball. They went to a state championship for football. Only coach, the head coach, to do the 2 sports in the same year.
That's tough.
And on top of that, Coach Pete was the guy. On top of that, another fact. When Douglas opened their new field up, that Douglas where it is now used to be Western High School. Did you know that?
Wait a minute.
Where Douglas right now used to be Western High School.
Really?
Yes.
Didn't know
so
that.
when Douglas moved there, Coach Pompey scored the first touchdown on that field.
What?
Yeah, had to go and dig in my artifact for that one.
Wow.
For the artifacts. But hey, we got an action-packed show tonight.
Yeah,
we got the delays with the brighter side. They always come with the good stuff.
Up next.
You got them coming up next. We got we got the Baltimore City baseball guru.
The guru.
My guy. we go back. They said we go back to Little League baseball, man. I can't wait
Really?
to talk to them. Yeah, and then we
man.
got them Bears coaches up in here, man.
Yeah,
Hey,
you got Coach Sewell, Coach Reddix.
Morgan making moves, man.
That's right,
They
man.
making moves,
Just
man. They
making
doing
moves.
some great things. So hey, we be right back at y'all real soon. Tune in. Don't forget, like, share, and subscribe. We ready. See you soon. See you soon. See you soon.
Our mission focuses on showcasing local and global talent of all ages on and off the field. We will strive to inspire, educate, and bridge the divides through our media collaboration. Our goal is to give student athletes and coaches the platform to let their talents be seen and a platform for the community to let their voices be heard. This is the Union Media Group.
Hey guys, welcome back to Meet Us in the Trenches.
Woo! Welcome back to Meet Us in the Trenches. It's been a little minute. I miss
know.
being here.
We've been missing in action.
If you don't follow us already, follow us on Instagram and YouTube at Meet Trenches, and also on Instagram,
Facebook.
YouTube.
Follow us on Facebook, TikTok too, because
We
we're on
have
TikTok.
a TikTok.
Yes.
Follow us on TikTok. We're gonna be trending.
Yes. So we start every segment with an affirmation on the brighter side. So go ahead and read us our affirmation.
This is our affirmation today. I embrace the renewal of spring within and around me, welcoming an abundance of new beginnings and fresh perspectives. I think this ties so perfectly into your challenge. Please explain.
Yes. I love that affirmation. Even though it doesn't feel like spring outside, it's freezing. I'm still wearing Uggs and coats. but
April showers
it
bring
is-
May flowers, they
right.
say.
But it is spring, and since today is April 1st, I do have an announcement. I'm pregnant. No, just kidding, April Fools. Just kidding. No, but the real announcement for today, we're starting a 75-day challenge. So I don't know if you've seen on TikTok, it's called 75 Hard. Have you seen that?
I haven't actually.
Okay, so there's different variations of this challenge. Some people do 2 workouts daily. You can do 1 outside or 1 inside. No alcohol, no cheat meals, no eating out. But I modified the challenge, and I'm only going to do 45 days. 75 days, but 45 minutes workouts. Still no alcohol. Reading 10 pages of a book daily. Meditation or prayer, journaling. I'm just modifying it to, be my own. And I'm so excited to be starting it today. I sent it out to the group chat. So I hope a whole bunch of people join with me. Are you crying? What are you crying about?
And fools, I just want to say I'm such a proud auntie. Like, I'm a proud auntie. I'm so proud of you. Did you really think I was crying?
Yeah, I was a
I
little
got you,
confused.
April Fool's baby. But I am really proud of you.
Thank you.
I am excited to this new journey. I'm excited to embark on
Yes,
this new
75
journey.
days. Do you think you can do it with me?
So what you're saying is I can't have a lemon drop because I can't have alcohol?
You see, I don't have a lemon drop up here, and I always have one. So
I don't know. I might.
Yeah.
75
do
days
it.
without a lemon drop from Mold Seafood?
yeah.
We gonna try. We gonna try.
A lot of people plan on joining with us, so my whole entire Blessed Babe group chat, my mom, my aunts, I'm trying to get them all to do it, my friends. So far, I got a few people that have committed, and I'm gonna ask everyone for a progress picture to prove that they're keeping up with this challenge. I'm pretty excited. It's going to help me better my health because if the viewers don't know, I was diagnosed with PCOS, so I struggle with that, and I think that this is going to help me stay on track with losing some weight and eating healthy and, getting my mental health together.
I definitely have to work on the same things because working 2 jobs has become like a lot, and I feel like I don't eat that well.
Yeah.
I will say yesterday I did go on a nice walk.
Good.
I took my book along with me, so like I already kind of started.
So you started the challenge.
I started. That was my day 1.
Good,
So
good.
Today I just gotta like read 10 more pages.
Did I mention the 1 gallon of water? That's a part of the challenge too.
Yeah, I have to drink more water.
Yep.
What is PCOS? Can you go into what PCOS is? Because there are a lot of young women who don't know, and they might have those same exact symptoms.
Sure. So PCOS is polycystic ovary syndrome. So it actually affects my mood. I might have mood swings or depression, anxiety. It enhances weight gain and hair loss, and also hair growth in unwanted places. So yeah. So that's why sometimes if I disappear, I might have fallen into a weird depression just in my room in the dark. So something I'm battling with, but I'm going to overcome it in the name of Jesus.
So this 75-day challenge is going to be a real good thing for you.
It is.
Because there's no alcohol, you have to eat healthier, and you might see changes within your body.
Yeah.
Not you might, you will.
I will. Yeah.
So I love
I'm
the
pretty
sound of
excited
this.
for that.
But question, because you've done the Daniel fast before.
I did.
So
Yep.
how did you do that? You get to go, you out with your friends a lot.
I know, I'm outside all the
You're
time.
always brunch here, birthday here. So how did you handle that doing a fast?
So during the Daniel fast, I had to be really strict with myself. I didn't go out as much. I only went out if I really had to for a birthday because I can't miss my friends' birthdays. So I actually went out for my friend Jasmine's birthday during the Daniel fast, and everyone around me was drinking. They're taking shots, and they're like, just drink 1 shot. You can have 1. No, I'm not. No. So I had to stand on it. Stand on that no. And that's how I stay strong.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
Speaking of birthdays, I do want to wish my best friend Chastity a happy
Yes.
birthday in Atlanta.
Happy birthday,
I love
Chaka.
you. Happy birthday. So yeah, we definitely need to take a trip to Atlanta
Oh, yeah.
soon.
We're always traveling. So where have you traveled to recently?
So recently, I went to Texas. We flew into Houston, and then we drove to Dallas,
Man,
Texas.
what was you in Texas for?
So we were celebrating one of my good friend China's birthday. She turned 40, which is another reason this challenge is really good, because when I turn 40, I want to look like how she looked.
Yeah, she looks good.
Not 40.
Right.
So we celebrated her birthday. We went to a concert called the Love Hard Tour. We went to see
Ooh.
Trey Songz, Keisha Cole, K. Michelle, and Jaheim. They all did their thing.
I like
It
how
was
you mentioned Trey
amazing.
Songz first. But whose concert was it?
It is actually Keisha Cole's tour.
And I heard you got to hang out with him a little bit. That's cool.
Oh yeah, that's the homie. We having good times, all the time.
I love
all
that
love,
for
all
you.
love.
Love that for you.
But yeah,
So how do you think that traveling affects your mental health in a good way?
so for me, I need a break from work, because
Yeah.
if I don't, I'm tied into it. I'm even when I'm off of work, I'm kind of thinking about it. So if I get to just take a nice flight away,
Right.
get that little nice window seat,
Yeah.
and just reflect on just life and not think about work, then get there. And we went to a nice brunch spot. We went to a nice museum. We just got to explore somewhere different. So it just changes my whole thinking perspective, because it's also what if I want to move here?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't want to, I lived in Coney Island for 30 years.
Wow.
Okay, so I moved here, and it just changed, everything.
Yeah.
So it's good to go to different places and really just explore and see if this is somewhere that you can see yourself in.
Yeah, I love that. I don't think people travel enough. I'm all for taking off work and traveling. I got to get out of here.
Yeah.
But it's kind of depressing coming back home sometimes. I'd rather just stay on the beach.
You should have saw me
Stay
with
out of
my
town.
suitcase. I was like, we have to go back now.
Oh.
And we did get to go to the Poconos.
Yeah, we did. Oh, yeah, that
And
was
we were
fun.
really sad when we left.
We were. But
it
I
was
encourage
really
everybody that should be a part of the challenge. Try to travel somewhere, do something out of the norm.
Even if it's not to another country, because it can get expensive. You can find deals, but you can travel to Atlantic City. What
Right,
is that,
it's
like
right
a
there, 3
hour
hours.
and a half?
I definitely encourage people to travel more. Get your girls or your guys and travel and
to a different state. Somewhere. I walk to a trail.
Right.
Something. Just get out for a little bit.
Yeah. Well, I'm excited to do this challenge, and if anyone else is watching and you want to keep up with my progress, you can follow my personal Instagram. I have two, Bless Babe Inc., and that's where I'll be keeping track of the 75 Bless Challenge, and then Kalia Janique, my other page. But before we go, we do want to say that our prayers go out to the families that were affected by the Key Bridge situation.
Huge prayers to all the families affected. That was like a really tough thing.
I was really tough.
At work when we found out, and even one of our family members said they heard it. Mm-hmm. So it affects a lot.
Yeah, so our prayers definitely go out to all of those families and everyone that was affected. But we thank you guys so much for joining us on this segment of The Brighter Side.
Shout out to our sponsors, Tone Drone TV, Brainstream Media, and Moe's Seafood.
Follow us on Instagram.
Our mission focuses on showcasing local and global talent of all ages on and off the field. We will strive to inspire, educate, and bridge the divide through our media collaboration. Our goal is to give student athletes and coaches the platform to let their talents be seen and a platform for the community to let their voices be heard. This is the Union Media Group.
We back.
We
Hey. Said he said we got a guest in here.
Okay.
We
that's
got
my guy.
a special guest in here.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
listen. Me and this guy right here go way back to Northwood baseball. You know what I mean? Back when, we come to the city where everybody just got that heat, got that fastball. Nah, not Corey. He had the jump. When I say the jump said, man, listen, had you up there doing the Tootsie Roll, you know what I mean? Like, waiting on the fastball, you ain't even gonna see it. You know what I mean? Gotta introduce my guy, the head coach at Baltimore Polytechnic High School.
Institute. Don't call it high school. You might get us
They're not high
banned.
school? Institution?
Yeah, institution. Don't call it
I
high
thought
school.
institute.
They might ban us.
Say it, try to set me up. You know what I mean? Coach Corey Goodwin, man, welcome to the show, my guy. Hey, also, let's first start. Let's start with your background. What's your background in baseball? Tell us a little bit about that.
Been playing since I was 5 or 6 in Northwood. Played some travel ball when I was younger. Went on to play at Lake Clifton in high school. Was afforded the opportunity to get some scholarship money to play at UMES as a pitcher. I coached a year down there as a recruiting coordinator and pitching coach, and then came back home, and I've been at Poly ever since. Wow. This is year 20.
24.
Yeah.
24.
That's a lot of years. That's a lot of years. That's a lot of years. But hey, it's a lot of talent. You know what I mean? One thing I respect about what people might not know, they see your product, they see the post product, they see the record, they see, you know what I mean, how you do, how your team do against the county teams, how we move along in the playoff. But they don't see the process. You know what I mean? They don't see that it's been times where no other field is playable in Baltimore City, but Poly Field is playable.
Yeah.
And it's not because of the grounds group, and there's nothing to the grounds. No, shout out to the Baltimore City grounds group, but you do a lot of that work yourself, man. What makes you push how you push and grind how you grind?
Well, you know, I just try to be what I needed as a kid. You know, we always have games canceled because of poor field conditions. We live in an area in Baltimore City where they don't value baseball, so the fields are awful. So I kind of pride myself on having one of the best fields in the city because I'm out there on a Sunday morning, raking and mowing and doing everything I need to do. All of the kids that come through the program learn how to do those things. When I went to college, I had to learn how to do those things and take care of a field. So that stuff is just innate in me. I just do it. You know, I want the kids to be able to play. We are up against the clock as it is when it comes to the amount of games we play. So to have games canceled, no, it's just not in me. We just got to get out there and push the mud and make some things happen.
Man, that's awesome.
So that's what we do.
That's awesome. See, part of that process of like you going from Lake Clifton to Eastern Shore and you learning. Sometimes on the college level, it's not just what you learn from your coaches as far as the game. It's everything else you learn.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That field work. So that going back to that school has probably saved y'all 100 games over these 20-something years.
Absolutely, easily. When I was at school at UMES, when we had some water on the field, my coach would set the field on fire. Yeah, I tried that twice at Poly. I got away with it, and somebody called the fire department on me, and they thought the whole thing was on fire, but it was controlled fire.
Controlled fire, right.
Just dry out the dirt, and it works.
It works.
I don't have to do that these days, but back in the day, I would light that joint on fire.
On fire.
On fire.
That's good stuff.
So what are you excited about mostly this upcoming season?
Well, we have a really talented team. Have 7 seniors. 5 of them have already committed and signed to play baseball at the next level.
Dope.
Which is unheard of in Baltimore City for baseball. So we have lots of great talent, lots of supplemental pieces. We have we are kind of snake bitten without having JV, so we're forced every year to keep a lot of freshmen, which is not a bad thing because the best thing about freshmen is to become sophomores. These seniors that we have now that are committed came in as little skinny freshmen that didn't know that they could play at the next level, and here they are as seniors. You know, they big man on campus, big man in the city, big man in the area. Everybody knows their name, so that's kind of what it's about.
Yeah, that was my next question. Like those seniors, how long they've been playing? And I know in baseball, you know, fundamentals and you know, playing time is big. So you had them guys since freshmen, boy. Oh boy.
Yeah.
Boy.
So we try to make sure we stay connected to them. Make sure we are putting in work all year long. We can't just play 3 months and think that's it. That's not what our competitors are doing. So we have to find ways to make sure that we're on the same playing field. You know, I always tell them, don't try to get a seat at the table. We're gonna create our own table. That's what we're doing. So
that's major. Hey, let's talk a little bit about visions in your club baseball program. And I came home, I think, one time last year, and I rolled by and I seen people in the field.
Yeah.
So I stopped over there, man, and seeing these young folks from different programs all playing under one umbrella and getting that good night. Tell us about Vision. What made you start Vision? When did it start, and how's it going?
So COVID kind of was a jump start for everything. We started with 7 kids working out. Once we were able to get outside, we were all out there looking like fools with masks on outside, but everybody thought, you know what it was. So we started with 7 guys working out. Then that 7 the next week turned into 20. That 20 the next week turned into 30. That 30 turned into 40. And so we were just working out. So then the guys got tired of working out and said, Coach, we want to play against somebody. So all right, we put together some scrimmages, played against some other organizations from other, all around the area. And then the numbers just kept growing and growing. So now we're up to about 90 kids. We have a 14U, 15, 15, 16, a 16, and a 17, 18U squad. And we travel all across the country with these kids to give them the experiences that they don't have. And it's great because
don't talk about it, be about it.
Whenever we go out of town, nobody looks like us. So like we are a presence, and then we good too, man. We went to Kentucky last year. I think we gave up probably 3 runs between my 2 teams, between my 16U team and the 18U team. And we won the tournament. Them folks were not happy with us by the time we left Kentucky. So we go all over the place just to give these guys that experience.
And see, that's important, like especially to a sport, certain sports, because they try to pigeonhole us into football and basketball.
Yeah.
But nah, when you do what you're doing and how you're doing it with these young men and getting them into these tournaments, because you can't prepare to play on the college level if you've never been to a tournament where you don't see people who look like you, because on the college level, most people are not going to look like you.
Yeah. So the key is exposure, exposure and belief. We go out of town, and it's nothing to see a kid throwing the ball 92 miles an hour, and it's nothing for us to beat that kid that's throwing 92 miles an hour. So when they come back home, they don't bat an eye when we see somebody that's supposed to be, the man. We see that all summer. We ain't afraid. Let's go. And that's the attitude that they have, because the confidence that we kind of instill in them and the skills that they come with and we develop, that kind of is a recipe for success for those kids. So we have 90 kids, all different skill level. Wow. We are all the coaches are black except for one coach. We welcome all kids, but we stand behind who we are as an organization. We are an inner city black travel organization, and we stand behind that. Like I said, we don't turn away anybody. We have kids of all creeds and colors come from all over the city, all over the county, all over the map, and they heard of Visions and they want to be a part of it, and that's a good thing. It's a good thing.
Well, see, I kind of look at you like a brother, man. When I was at Poly and when we needed some time to talk, or if I needed some advice or anything, I know I would come to you and we would sit down and we would talk and everything. So I just want to publicly thank you, for that.
No doubt.
Them 6 years I was there.
No doubt.
But my question to you is, why we can't get everybody on your level or where you guys are in the city? Why we can't get those guys there? So instead of talking about you and the great things that you're doing, why they talking about you in the negative light? Well, he think he all that. He think he all that. So why we can't get everybody on that level?
Well, that's the goal, man. I always say iron sharpens iron. I always say Jesus Christ had haters, so that comes with the territory. We are always inclusive in everything we do. We don't keep anybody away. So you want to join, you want to come coach, you want to volunteer your time as we do. Come on, man. We don't think we are better than anybody. We just work hard, and we're passionate about it. Like this is what we do. Like if we can do this for a living, we would. But that's just not the nature of the beast right now. But it's coming. It's coming.
Hey, listen, I want to go on record and say this. Corey Goodwin will be the first Baltimore City State Championship coach in baseball. I'm gonna put that out there.
I'm gonna
speak that into existence, my guy.
This year, let's do it.
Let's go, man. Listen, you got our support. Meet the
Appreciate
Trenches. We support you 5,000,000%, man. Thank you for coming out.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for what you're doing for these young folks in the
Yes,
community.
sir.
Thank you for pushing the game of baseball forward in this
Yes, sir.
city. And blessings on your season, my guy.
No doubt. I'm also a
Much
phenomenal double reverse coach, just in case y'all need one.
Yeah.
Hey, we'll be right back at you. Shout out to our sponsors, Mo's Seafood, the Union, Brainstream Media, and say, what you close us out? What you got?
Shout out to my guy Rob Scott, my high school teammate. I see him back there. Hey, Rob, give me a shrimp salad sandwich on weed.
Hey, we be right back at y'all real soon.
Sorry.
Our mission focuses on showcasing local and global talent of all ages on and off the field. We will strive to inspire, educate, and bridge the divides through our media collaboration. Our goal is to give student athletes and coaches the platform to let their talents be seen and a platform for the community to let their voices be heard. This is the Union Media Group. Our mission focuses on showcasing local and global talent of all ages on and off the field. We will strive to inspire, educate, and bridge the divides through our media collaboration. Our goal is to give student athletes and coaches the platform to let their talents be seen and a platform for the community to let their voices be heard. This is the Union Media Group.
We back with this final session right here. Hey, let's give a shout out to Coach Corey and let's drop a social media handle, cgoody3 on IG. So if you're looking for the vision program, the poly baseball, that's what it is. But hey, we back with a action-packed set right here. We got these Morgan Bear coaches up in here, man. You know, I'm gonna introduce the guy to my left. And I'm gonna let say you introduce the guy to your right, because y'all got that O-line thing going on over there. This my man Sewell right here, man. Known Coach Sewell for a long time, way back when the Bowie State days, you know. and watching the progress and the growth and your journey, man. So like, Coach Sewell, just say a little bit to the people, man.
Foremost, let me make sure my mic working.
Yeah, we good.
First and foremost, man, thank you guys for having me on today. I've been seeing this thing developing on social media. Obviously, I go back a long way with you guys. So when said extended the invitation for me, it was a no-brainer. So I said, just happy to be here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And the guy to my right is the best coach in the land. It's the offensive line coach, man. My guy, Coach Richard Reddix from Morgan State University. Coach Reddix, explain to us, give us your social media handle and how you got started over there.
All right, I'd like to thank you for you guys for having us out. As far as my social media, I'm at Coach Reddix on X, formerly known as Twitter. That's the best way to get in touch with me. Been coaching football since I got done playing football in college, so it's something I love, and I couldn't imagine doing anything else.
I got a quick story, man. I just got this story.
I already know where this is going.
I was home chilling, right? and Sewell hit my phone, and he said, we got the satellite camp coming up at Boyd. This when you guys was at Boyd, and he was like, and we gonna do the satellite camp with Michigan. And he knew I was a Michigan man, Michigan fan. I said, man, Sewell, stop playing, because we work SI camp together, and in the summertime, Sewell real witty and joke all the time. For you players out there that think Sewell is not a funny guy, he is a very funny guy. So anyway, Sewell was like, said we got Jim Harbaugh coming. I know you want to coach that. And I wound up going up there and I coached the camp with the Boyd State coaches and Coach Jim Harbaugh and the Michigan Wolverine staff. And when I got there, I was in heaven, man. And when I got there, Coach Reddix just like open arms, man. It wasn't like, what you doing. It was like, Coach, whatever you do what you do. Just let's have fun today. And I was like, man, that was like one of the times in my life, man. I ain't even gonna front. Yeah, that was big.
Hey, listen, hey. So Sewell, give us your little background on your process of getting where you are.
Similar to Coach Reddix, our stories are actually very similar. I'm a little better looking than him, but other than that, we got a lot of similarities as far as our career is concerned. Both played at Bowie State. I started coaching just like him as soon as I finished. The difference was my defensive coordinator, he left to take the job down at Fort Valley State, so I followed him down there. Stayed there for about 8 months. And if you ever seen a tag team wrestling match, Coach Reddix and I pretty much were like a tag teamers. When I came back to Bowie the following year, he was on his way down to Fort Valley a few months after that. So as I was coming back in, he was leaving out and we were going opposite directions. But after that, went to Prairie View A&M, coached with Henry Frazier, who was my college head coach, and then came back to Bowie for about a decade or so. Had an opportunity to reunite with Coach Reddix and Coach Wilson. Had win a couple championships there. Had a brief stint down at Alabama State University in Montgomery, Alabama. And when Coach Wilson took over at Morgan, having the opportunity to kind of do what I feel as though is one of the things we do best, which is help resurrect programs. So for me, it was a no-brainer getting the opportunity to come back home, be closer to my blood family, but also my extended family, like I said, and guys like Coach Reddix and Coach Wilson and the sort.
That's awesome. That's awesome. That's awesome. Hey, let's talk about O-line play. What's your O-line gonna look like this year, Coach? How it's coming together?
I think it's coming together pretty good. We got a good group coming back, taking over the program. So we had to start some young guys last year, but the good side is that these guys got a lot of experience, got a lot of snaps under their belt.
Young guys get older.
So coming back into this season, I think we're going to be pretty good.
Okay.
And,
Good. So how the defense going to look?
We returned a lot of guys defensively, but we lost a lot as well. We lost 4 guys that were starters in the HBCU Legacy Bowl, which is an all-star
seen that.
game for HBCUs.
That was dope. That
We
was
got a
dope
couple
right there.
guys that got opportunities to play at the next level. So we have some major losses from an individual standpoint, but we have a lot of guys that played behind those guys that we're expecting to step up. Got some young guys as well as some transfer guys that we're bringing in. So, I'm expecting good things and big things. From us defensively. We returned, like I said, some guys that pretty much a guy that could have been player of the year in our conference the last 2 years. Two different guys. So we're expecting those guys to lead us and just trying to get better, man. Like Coach said, going into year 3, that first year was really just about guys not only getting to know the defense, but getting to know us and how we operate. Now I think we have a lot of things in place from a structure and culture standpoint. So I'm really excited and looking forward to seeing how our guys, now that they've grown within our system, how they perform this year.
3 years that fast.
Yeah.
Wow. That's quick.
Yeah, you talking about 3 years and was almost in the championship game.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man. God. But my question is to Coach Sewell, like this new age of college football, right? And like the NIL and all that kind of stuff. How was it dealing with this compared to, when you was coaching the college life before? How was it has changed to you?
The biggest thing is you have to spend a lot of time recruiting your own players. You think Coach Reddick mentioned, when we got there, we had a lot of young guys. As those guys grow and develop and get better, other people see it as much as you do. I've had the opportunity to speak with some guys that I know, at the FBS and Power 5 level, and they'll tell you straight up, they have recruiting meetings where all they do is watch other teams' players. In preparation of those guys possibly going into the portal, or when guys do go into the portal, they already have write-ups and information on those guys. So, it's one of those things where, NIL was intended to be a reward for guys kind of as they grow and, make a name for themselves. And it's really turned into something different, which makes it difficult for schools like us. But, our thing is, man, we try our best to just develop relationships and show our kids that we truly care for them and love them, and try to give them guys something that you can't necessarily measure with money. But we also know that, those kids want to make they see guys on social media and on TV making money playing college football, so they want to do the same. So, hopefully we'll start to really have some more success and create some buzz where some local, Baltimore establishments and business people want to, establish some NIL deals and those type of things with our players.
And what's your synopsis on that, Coach Reddick's? Same question.
Very similar to what Coach Sewell said. You got to recruit your players. You got to develop those relationships with your guys. For me, my guys up front, watching them grow and develop, knowing some of them were under-recruited kids with the size and capability of playing at the FBS level. You got to really recruit your guys and just make sure that that they understand that it's more than just a business. You genuinely care about them. You want to see them get an education. You want to see them do well in football. So they want to stay with you and want to play for you instead of just go out and chase money.
No, that makes sense. So, what are y'all true feelings on the portal? Like, how do y'all as coaches feel about the portal?
I feel like it's like anything else in life. It's a give and take. It has its benefits and it can be detrimental in ways as well. Like I said, we understand that when we have kids that develop and produce very fast, like there's a chance that they may go into the portal. But we also know that now with the rules now. So like what I tell guys all the time is, like people say, well, like the portal has messed up college football. But transferring has always been a part of college football.
Always.
The difference is now the rules that they've set in place, being able to go Division I to Division I. You know, say you played at Delaware State, y'all would have guys that would come from, you know, Maryland or somewhere like that. Or if you left Delaware State, you had to go to Bowie or Virginia Union or something like that. Now, a guy can literally leave Howard and come to Morgan.
Right.
Or, you know, a guy can leave Towson and come to Morgan and I have to sit out. A guy can leave Maryland and go to UVA or Ohio State or something like that and I have to sit out. So the transfer rules have really changed the game more so than the actual portal. The portal has helped us as coaches because it pretty much centralizes all the names for you. You know, it puts all the names into one centralized location where we can go in and search names that or verify that a kid has done, you know, has done their due diligence in terms of notifying that the school that they're transferring, and we can see how many years they've played. So it has really just put the information into one central location. But the portal didn't change the rules of transferring the NCAA, and really kids fighting the transfer legislation is what has really made it to where you see these kids going to 3 and 4 different schools during the course of their career.
Yeah. Same question, Coach. What's your thoughts on it?
No, I definitely think, you know, we've benefited from the portal. You know, we've gotten players out of the portal, so I definitely think it's a benefit for the student athlete. It levels the playing field. Mm-hmm. You know, you're able to get guys that maybe you didn't have an opportunity to get earlier on, coming out of high school. But now you have a chance to revisit these guys again later on, and a lot of these kids remember those relationships you developed through the recruiting process. So they'll give you a call and want to come and want to find out what you're doing and come check out your program and transfer to you. And like I said, we've benefited from it. So
that makes sense. So next question is, how has the portal affected the high school recruitment? You know, and coming from, you know, me and saying on the high school level, you know, at one point in time, you know, high school was the bread and butter. And then now some schools, I mean, dive into the portal, like whole body. So what's your thought on how much that affected the high school athlete?
In my honest opinion, I think the portal has kind of balanced out high school recruiting in the sense of now a lot of kids are going where they should have gone initially.
Okay.
Like you don't get, you know, whereas though before you would have schools that would take kids, like again, looking back on our experiences when Coach Reddix and I were at Bowie, we would be recruiting kids and up until the last minute, kid wouldn't have any Division I offers. And now because the Division I school has lost 2 and 3 kids at the last minute, now they're reaching for Division II kids to fill their recruiting classes. Well, now what has happened with the portal is a lot of times FCS kids are going FCS, D2 kids are going D2, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, that makes
you
sense.
know, I tell guys all the time, and it has made high school coaches have to work. You know, you have to now be able to identify and say, hey, I got a kid. I know this kid can play. You know, he don't have an offer from Maryland. He don't have an offer from Morgan. Let me take him to a junior day at Bowie. Let me take him to a prospect camp at Bowie instead of driving him up to a Penn State or something when I know he maybe can't play there.
Right.
You know, so I think that it has, because at the end of the day, right, even if a school takes, if 10 kids going to the portal from a school, that's 10 scholarships that have opened at that school. Now, they may fill it with 5 portal kids and 5 high school kids, but at the end of the day, there are the same amount of roster spots and scholarships available at the Division I level. It's just, at Division I, Division II, FBS, FCS, it's just about being able to find where your best fit is as a kid, and coaches being able to be honest with those kids and those parents and saying that, hey, your son may not be a FBS player right now, but going back to the portal, now if you go somewhere and ball, you're going to get, it's going to be a kid from Florida State getting drafted in the first round this year, defensive end, that started at University of Albany.
I got 2 questions for Coach Reddix, right? But first of all, just let you know that we got to do our own show. You know, we got the ballerinas up here, but You know, we gonna do our own. We need our own show. But one of my
Thank
questions
God,
is,
thank God the NCAA stopped us from cutting y'all in the open field.
Everybody wants to hear O-line talk.
I know. But one of my questions to you is, is there a height requirement for the offensive line? Because my son is like, you know, like, Dad, you know, I'm not gonna be able to go this. I'm not gonna be able to go because I'm only like the time right now like 5'11". But like, what is there a height requirement? And why do they look at that like initially when? And I'm gonna go back to my son. He beating up dudes at 6'2" and 6'3" at 5'11". So why is it a height requirement, so to speak?
I don't know what it is about the height issue. You know, me being an O-line guy, I'm not a real tall person anyway, so I played inside. I played center, and I played guard. So I thought I had an advantage with leverage being low. So there's some schools out there who really don't care. If you watch University of Washington this past year, their starting center was only 6 feet tall. So, and they won the trophy for having the best offensive line in the country.
They did. Yeah.
And he was the starter. He was the catalyst for that group.
Yeah.
Now he had other guys around him who are going to be first day draft picks, but he was the engine that made it go.
Yeah.
So I don't lean too much on height. Of course, you want to look guys that look the part, but if you're a ball player, you're a ball player.
Yeah.
I want guys who's gonna get after it, be nasty in the run game, in the pass game, and be smart.
Yeah. And my next question, how do you feel when you get them offensive coordinators? And I can say this because I don't think nobody here, but when you get them offensive coordinators that say, you're not blocking, like you run a play and they don't even know the blocking scheme, have no clue about the goddamn blocking scheme, but they say to you, right, or say out loud, we're not blocking up front. What do you say to them guys that say that?
Fortunately, I haven't encountered that. All my offensive coordinators have been pretty good guys, not ragging me too much about my guys not blocking. They have a pretty good idea about the run game and what goes on up front. And when I do have a coordinator who talks a little too much, hey, I just let it roll off my back. I'm an old lineman, man. You got to have thick skin to be an offensive lineman. So you listen to what you need to hear and forget about the rest. Tell them they can't play the game without us, or it'd be 7-on-7.
So we got a big day coming up.
Yes, sir.
That I like it. You know what I mean? It's different. It brings a lot of talent and two programs together at once, so kids can see them both at the same time. So tell us a little about this upcoming joint practice.
So first of all, just to clear it up, because we had some people say, well, you can't do that. We're not practicing against University of Maryland. Like we're not going to be, we will never be on the field at the same time. So Coach Wilson and Coach Loxley have always had a really great relationship, both professionally and personally. I don't got nothing to do with that. That's y'all thing. So it's one of those things where just trying to really show some unity, and bring the community out. You have some people that are probably local Baltimoreans that love University of Maryland that may or may not be able to get to College Park to see them practice. We have guys on our staff that have coached with them. They have guys on their staff that we've known or worked together, in different camps and capacities. So, we collaborate on things a lot. I went down there and spoke at their coaching clinic last year. Coach Wilson has spoken at their coaching clinic before. So this is not the first thing we've done. First time we've done anything together. This is just the first time just that publicly we're doing something like this. But it should be a really, really great day. For the city of Baltimore overall, to get you have two Division I programs in the same state that have black head coaches. You know, both guys that are from the area. I'm not gonna say DMV because I know that's a touchy subject when you talk about DMV in Baltimore.
We don't know what that is.
But you know, Coach Wilson being the guy that's from Maryland, Coach Loxley being from DC. Coach Loxley has always recruited the Maryland area heavily, no matter where he's been. Coach Wilson has always recruited the Maryland area heavily, no matter where he's been. So you talk about two guys that have really done a lot for young men and for people in this area in general, you know, coming together to just show the community, like I said, once again, that, you know, we can unite to do something positive for one another. So, you know, we're hoping that, you know, it's free to the public. You know, we're hoping that we can really fill the stadium and give people opportunity to come out and see the talent that's at Morgan State as well as University of Maryland.
Give us the times and dates of this. Give us the times and dates. Awesome.
It's gonna be this upcoming Saturday, April the 6th. We'll practice from 11 to 1:30, and then Maryland will practice, I believe, from 2 to 4 or 2 to 4:30. Don't just come at 2 o'clock.
No, come early.
I'm gonna say that. You know, it's gonna be a nice day outside. Come on out early. It's gonna be, you know, it's gonna be a festive atmosphere. We're gonna have some things for, you know, the kids, and you know, one thing's gonna be different for those University of Maryland nights. When you come to HBCU, we probably gonna have a DJ. We're gonna have some music. It's gonna be, you know, it's gonna be a party.
That good vibe.
Yeah, it's gonna be a party when you come up there. But you can get an opportunity, like I said, to see some good football. You know, and see people like yourself. Like I love it because you get to see guys that look like you that are doing positive things. You know, so often we're portrayed right here, you know, in the Baltimore community in a negative light.
Yep.
You know, you get the opportunity to see a lot of guys that have made it, you know, far in life that look just like you doing something positive.
That's awesome. I mean, like I say, having these two black head coaches, positive men from this area, and on top of all that, they are both members of the best fraternity in the world, the Omega Psi Phi. So we glad, we happy about all this going on, coaches. We blessed to have y'all up here. You know, we look for great things from y'all in this upcoming years, and it's crazy year 3. It's like it went so fast. But hey, coaches, throw y'all social media tags out there real quick.
So I'm Coach Sewell _ Morgan State on Instagram, and then Coach Sewell _ MSU on X/Twitter.
X.
All right, I'm Mr. Coach Reddix on Instagram, and this is at Coach Reddix on X.
Awesome. Man, this was another great show. Meetusinthetrenches. We're gonna continue to give you that this positive, this great look, this great words, this great bringing great people around. You know, shout out to our sponsors. I'm gonna say it, handle the sponsors side.
Okay, ha. Shout out to Tone Drone, the Union Media Group, and Brainstream. Can't forget Brainstream. Liberace.
Where the food at? Where we get that food at? That good drink and food. Where we at?
I'm about to get there, baby.
Let's go.
Most famous seafood. Get here, man. Them crab cakes is on. I'm telling you, man.
You seem a little bit more excited about that sponsor
Hey, listen,
than all the
shrimp
rest of them.
salad sandwich. Hey, Sewell, before you leave today, a shrimp salad sandwich on. You be eating off that thing for 3 days, man. I ain't lying. That joke about that big.
You know, we're big guys. We always get excited about food now.
Yeah, man. Yeah, they wouldn't know that. You know, they gotta stay slim, gotta stay on the back pedal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, Coach Reddy? They stay on the back pedal.
I walked up first. I started to sit up there and say, you know what? I'm gonna come on over here. You know what I'm saying? Let them have their little O-line section.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
Hey, we be right back with y'all in 2 weeks. 2 weeks, 2 Mondays from now, be right back here at Mo's Seafood. Hey, thank y'all for tuning in. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Shout out to the ladies from the brighter side that keep. I love what we're doing. We see y'all right back here in 2 weeks.